and happy Wednesday. It is time for our live question and answer. Today, we're going to be talking about how to obtain a breast pump through your insurance company. So yesterday was International Pumping Day, and we hope that you are all able to celebrate pumping with your Spectra breast pump. And so our question and answer will be discussing how to get a breast pump through your insurance company. So we also welcome any questions that are surrounding the topic at hand. And then in addition to that, any other questions that are on your mind, because we are here to help you and to listen to you. If you have any ideas about topics that you would like to hear in the upcoming weeks, we love it. We love it. A mom's chiming in saying that she's pumping at work. That's awesome. Yay. So if you are pumping at work or at home or wherever you might be, let us know, because we love to hear that. It's awesome. It is so great. So again, anything that we refer to during our live question and answer, we'll make sure to provide you a link and or a picture to make sure that you are able to be able to get the information that you need. I love it. I love it. Emily on Instagram just said, I'm in a family room at work pumping with my Spectra. Awesome. Awesome. So hi, we love all the waves and the hearts, and we love being able to hear where you're pumping, how you're pumping, or hey, even tell us what Spectra model you're pumping with. We love to hear that too. So we love the interaction with our moms. It's so great to see and so great to hear. So let's get right to it. Let's talk about how you can get a Spectra breast pump. Hello, hello. We have a hello over on Facebook. That's wonderful. We have a mommy over here on Instagram that's saying that she is using this S1 that she's been pumping for almost 7 months, an exclusive pumper. That's awesome. Congratulations. Love it. Love it. Awesome. So let's talk about how you can get a breast pump through your insurance. And even if you have already obtained a breast pump through your insurance company, it's good to know, right? Because, hey, you never know if you're going to have another one, or you have a friend or family member that needs the information. So we encourage you to continue to listen and share the information, because it's always important that we not only help each other, but that we have that information too. Of course, things always evolve and can change over time, so we'll make sure to keep our mommies and our families updated. So stay tuned for that. So let's talk about how you get a breast pump through your insurance. So one thing that's pretty recent is the Affordable Care Act. And with the Affordable Care Act came the requirement for insurance companies to cover a breast pump through your insurance. Now, there are some exceptions to that. There's a few insurance plans that were what's called grandfathered in. And so with that means that the insurance company may or may not have to cover a breast pump. Now, with that said, even with those grandfathered plans, I have seen personally and professionally that sometimes they do cover some of those costs. So the number one thing that we would recommend that you do is get what's called a coverage of benefits. So your benefits coverage through your insurance plan. You can call or go online a lot of times to request that information. Sometimes, hi Steph. I love, on Instagram, she's saying that she's in Malaysia and she's been using the S1 for 2 years, and she thinks it's the breast pump, so that's awesome. So again, contact your insurance plan. You can call or go online and ask them for what's called your benefit coverage, your coverage benefits, your coverage of benefits. Sometimes, depending on the insurance company, they're called different things. So make sure to look up your benefits. Sometimes even calling to ask and over the phone can be very, very helpful, but it's also important to get it in writing. So check on the website or call and have them mail you some information in writing. So once you have that information, hello over on Facebook, hi. So it's important to have that information, because then you know, okay, what is covered. Is it going to be just a hand pump? Is it going to be an electric pump? What is the actual cost that will be covered? All of those things are important to know. But let's talk about why all of this is not necessarily in your hands. Because insurance companies contract with what's called a DME, a durable medical equipment company. And you don't really need to know all that fun jazz, but what you do need to know is that the breast pump is not coming directly from your insurance company. What it is coming from is through a company that they contract with. So for example, they contract with particular doctors, right? And you use a doctor that they contract with. The same thing with a DME, with getting a breast pump. They contract with multiple DMEs, and depending on the DME that you choose, they carry particular breast pump models. So with Spectra, how you can get a Spectra breast pump is you can go to our lookup tool. We have an awesome lookup tool. You can go to spectrainsurancelookup.com. So that's spectrainsurancelookup.com. And you go to that website and you put in your state and your insurance carrier. And we auto-generate, we do all the work for you. We auto-generate the DMEs that your state and your insurance plan contract with Spectra, and then you contact that DME directly. So once you contact the DME directly, they do all the legwork for you. You don't have to worry about, filing anything with your insurance company or any of that fun jazz. What the DME does is that they contact your insurance company and verify your insurance coverage. So even though you've contacted the insurance company and gotten your coverage, your benefits, they do that legwork for you. If a prior authorization or a prescription is required, guess what? The DME does that for you. You don't have to worry about that. The DME does it. So then they can coordinate with your doctor if that's needed and all that fun stuff. They also find out what your exact coverage is. And then they can tell you, hey, based on how much your insurance company will cover, you can get the S2 or you can get the S9. And sometimes they'll cover the S1. So again, the difference between, you can see those behind me there. So the blue one, the blue one is the S1, and that has the internal battery. And the pink one is the S2, and that does require to be plugged in. But a lot of mommies get the S2 and they use a battery pack or a car adapter. So Tiffany on Instagram is saying that I was only approved and sent the Spectra S9 Plus. Okay, so that's the smaller one, and you can see that down over here. That's the smaller one over here. And so we'll make sure to show over there. And it says the first time mommy here, so hi. So is that as good as the S1 and the S2? So Tiffany is asking, is the S9 the same as the S1 and the S2? Well, we don't recommend that you exclusively pump with the S9. The S9 is our smallest model, so it has the smallest motor that we offer in our breast pumps, our breast pump models. So it's a great pump, Tiffany. And the biggest difference, though, is that there's more customization with the S1 and the S2 because it has a bigger motor and you can change the cycles per minute in expression mode. Whereas with the S9, it has a set cycle of 46 cycles per minute in expression mode. You can still change the vacuum, and that's how strong it is. But how fast it goes is less variable in expression mode. And that's the biggest difference, Tiffany, with that S9 or the 1 or 2. So Tiffany, that's an example that based on the DME that you go through with your insurance, it depends on the coverage, so what pump that they'll cover, and also what pump models that they offer. Because the DME chooses which pump models from us, from Spectra, that they're going to carry. So that would be another reason why you might want to go to that website, that lookup tool, and do some research. Check with those DMEs and ask them, hey, I know that you carry Spectra. I know that you work with my insurance and I can get a Spectra through you, but what pump models do you carry? Which Spectra pump models do you carry? And then do some research. So how do you know what pump you want to get or that you need? A great option for you would go to our Spectra certified IBCLC page, and you can private message us on there and ask questions specific to you. You can also go to spectrababyusa.com, and under the shop feature, hello Jessica on Facebook, hi. So on the comparison chart, you can look at the differences between all those models and see based on that what's going to work good for you. And then also we have an awesome mom group on Facebook, and ask other moms and talk to them and say, hey, what pump model did you choose and why? Because, you know, talking to a mom that is in our shoes, talking to somebody that's been in our shoes or is in our shoes is always a fantastic way to get information, right? Because not only do they know where we're coming from, but what we're going through, and it's just so important. So that's another great option for you. So check out our mom Facebook group. So Kristen on Facebook is asking, what was the Spectra website again to look up the insurance? So Kristen, that website is spectrainsurancelookup.com. So spectrainsurancelookup.com. And when you go to that website, we'll ask for your state and your insurance plan. And based on that, it will auto-generate all the DMEs that are contracted with your state and your insurance plan. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Just like there's, you know, Anthem that's all over the United States, or Blue Cross and Blue Shield, or Aetna. You know, I don't want to be, you know, I am not endorsing one over the other. I'm just giving some examples here. So there's hundreds, you're welcome, Kristen. There's hundreds of insurance plans. And so what pump will be covered through your insurance and your state is very dependent on that, right? Your insurance plan and your state. So go to that website and check that information out. So do some research, get your insurance benefits, so your coverage benefits, go to that website to find out what DMEs work with your state and your insurance plan. Start reaching out to the DMEs and seeing what pump models that they carry. And on that website, you'll be able to see, you know, if they do carry multiple models, and you'll also be able to see if they have what's called an upgrade option. So I know I use quotations a lot, but an upgrade option is, let's say that your insurance will say, just like Tiffany was asking, hey, I was given the S9. You can talk to a DME or see on that website, do you offer an upgrade option? So let's say that, like, for example, with Tiffany, her insurance covered the S9. Now, one way that she could get an S1 or possibly the, you know, the S2, for example, would be doing what's called an upgrade. So the DME would say, okay, your coverage will give you an S9, but if you want to have another option of the models that we carry, you pay an upgrade fee, and then you can get a different type of breast pump model that Spectra offers. So instead of getting the S9, for example, she'd get the S1. Or, you know, instead of getting the S2, she could get, you know, the S1, or, you know, there's lots of different variables there. And so that would be one thing to ask as well. So we have another question on Instagram, and she says that she used a particular DME, and she's gotten 3 pumps completely free, and she loves it, and that's awesome. So she used one of our contracted DMEs called Aeroflow. And so we're not endorsing one DME over the other. We are just saying that there are many out there. And so a lot of moms have had fantastic results with, you know, using one of the DMEs that's on that website, that Spectra Insurance Lookup tool. So again, that's spectrainsurancelookup.com. So that's spectrainsurancelookup.com. And you can also go to Spectra Baby USA, and that's an important website too. So there is a question on Instagram that says, can you pump exclusively with the S9? There are some moms that have had fantastic results using the S9 exclusively, but as a lactation consultant, as an IBCLC, we don't endorse using the S9 exclusively. And the reason why is because the motor is a lot smaller, and there is less customization in the cycles per minute in expression mode. So those would be a couple of reasons why that might change the ability for you to be able to express or have the best results expressing your breast milk. So it's not that you can't ever use the S9 exclusively, but you would probably want to look more so towards the S1 or the S2, just because of that, the larger motor, there is a longer warranty. It is 2-year warranty instead of the 1. And then you also have the customizations in the cycles. So let's look at some other questions. So I love the moms that are talking amongst each other on Instagram and Facebook. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So again, you can go to spectrababyusa.com. And if you go to the top, the right, in the menu bar is the option to look up for insurances and for the DMEs that are contracted with Spectra. So you can just go to spectrababyusa.com. Then that's super simple, spectrababyusa.com. You can check out all of the different breast pumps that we offer. You can use our, see our comparison chart that we have, and then you can look up in that menu bar for the DME lookup. So again, that DME is just a company that's contracted with your insurance company to provide you the breast pump. So we really, really appreciate all the interactions, and we welcome your questions, and we look forward to helping our moms and our families. And it's so wonderful to see all the hearts and the waves. We love it. We love it. We love to hear and see our mommies pumping, and it's wonderful. So Emily has a question. Emily, yes, what's your question? What's your question? Ask away, ask away. And on Facebook, please continue to ask any questions that you have. And it doesn't matter if it's insurance related or not, just ask and we're here to help. That is what our question and answer time is for. So Mandy on Facebook says, what is the name of the Facebook moms group? I noticed that I get decreased output when pumping both sides at the same time versus one side at a time. So Mandy, some moms do notice that when they're pumping, and sometimes it's a matter of just regulating with the pump and responding with the pump. Sometimes it is a matter of if you've changed your parts recently. Sometimes if moms do not change their backflow protectors every 3 to 4 months, as we recommend, that could inhibit some of the milk that is able to be expressed. Another thing that could be possible is the duckbill valves. But we'll make sure to provide you that Facebook group link. It is Spectra Pumping Moms, I believe is the name offhand, but we'll make sure to post that link in there for you so that you can have that directly, and then you can just click Mandy and go and ask other moms. But the other thing sometimes too, Mandy, is that, hello. So the other thing too, Mandy, is that sometimes when you're, and a lot of times, I just say just sometimes, but when you're pumping just one side at a time, you often have a lot higher what's called milligrams of mercury of pressure. And it's just a fancy way of saying that the suction can be a lot stronger. So you can, so when people say that it's a hospital strength pump, it's because it has that certain level of pressure, certain levels of milligrams of mercury of pressure. So just a fancy way of saying that it's a stronger pump, right? So Mandy, that might be one way, one reason, multiple reasons actually. But one thing I would encourage you to do is we'll provide you that link that you can click for the mom group, the Facebook mom group that you can go to. We have well over 5,000 moms that are in there, and they're all using Spectra pumps, and they just help support each other. So it's an awesome, awesome way to get the help, guidance, and support. And myself as a lactation consultant and our other lactation consultants also are admins on that page. So we make sure that the information that's being provided is accurate and supportive. And then, so that is a way that you can get help too. So we'll make sure to provide you that link. So let's go back over to Instagram, and it says, will you guys be adding additional flange sizes? So Emily's question is about flange sizes. And we do have a 20 millimeter, 24, 28, and 32. So I don't know, Emily, if you knew that we do have those sizes that are available. Now, in between sizes, we do have that silicone massage insert that you can use with the 24 that makes it a 22.5. And then you can use it with the 28 that would make it a 26.5. And you can find that on, if you go to spectrababyusa.com and you click the shop and accessories, you're able to see our flange sizes that we offer. And in addition to that, you can see that silicone massage insert. And that provides some flexibility between those other sizes. So hopefully that answers your question, Emily. So she says, I need 30s, but you don't make them, and I have to use an adapter. So, there always are going to be, just like, all moms and babies are, very unique. So there's this long spectrum of sizes of flanges that moms need and use. And so, it often is difficult to, have all the various sizes that moms need. And a lot of times it's really important that you may look at variable sizes for you. So for example, even though you might use 30s now, Emily, it might be within your pumping journey and your nursing journey that you might need a different size. So keep an open mind with that too. Such as for myself, for example, I fluctuate between needing a 24 and a 28, depending on the age of the baby and the stage of pumping. So for example, our youngest is 2. I still pump now and again because I am expecting. So it is a little bit more sore, so I don't pump as much as I did before. But, I'm now using a 24, whereas in the beginning I used a 28. So, one thing that you could do is, if you have not already, you could try our 32, or you could try the 28. But you could also look at, we have a flange sizing tool that you can look at on our website at the spectrababyusa.com, and also measure to see if right now, if anything has altered. And you can also go to our Spectra certified IBCLC Facebook page and private message us, and we can discuss and look at different options and variables for you that might work. So there's different ways that we can help support you. So hopefully that answers. So we also have another question from Ms. Vasquez over here on Instagram, and she says, hello, how can I get sized for flanges? What would be the proper way? So again, we have that tool that's on our Facebook, our Spectra Baby USA, and at the top, in the top bar, is a link that you can click for our sizing tool. You can also private message our Spectra certified IBCLC Facebook page, and that can be very helpful because then we can look at very specific things to you. You can send a picture or video of you pumping, which you may not want to just post on our actual, Facebook or social media. So you can just private message to us, and a lactation consultant such as myself will help with the sizing as well. So you can go to spectrababyusa.com for our sizing tool, and you can also private message our Spectra certified IBCLC Facebook page. So that might be a good tool for you, Ms. Vasquez. So let's look and see what other questions you have. So Emily chimed in and said, I had a lactation consultant in my hospital fit me. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. But again, keep in mind too that your sizing might change throughout your pumping journey. So even though at the hospital at one point in your journey you might be X size, it can alter. It can alter. So keep an open mind with that as well. Okay, so Kendra over on Facebook says, can you guys do a video on measuring for the correct flange size? Yes, that's a great topic to discuss, and I love that idea. So we'll look at adding that to our calendar, Kendra. I love that. So I've seen a lot of diagrams and info, but still not sure if I have the correct size. And Kendra, you're so right. It's like anything in life. It's so much easier in person. And I constantly would say, because we do, myself and others help moms all the time around the clock on social media and other means. And so, it is true, Kendra, that a lot of times, I tell them constantly that I can help you with a photo or a video or even a live question and answer. And we can discuss, going to this website and that website for tools and assistance. But it's so different. It's so important to sometimes get that in-person assistance. And lactation consultants are fantastic resources for that. Because in person, you can see that maybe one side you need one size, and then the other side you need a different size. Or, right here, right now, you need this size flange, but later down the road, you need a different size. So, just keeping that in mind, that it's important to get the assistance you need at that particular time. And just like you say, Kendra, you can look at all these different pictures and diagrams and links and everything, but sometimes just being in person is really important and really helpful. So I appreciate you bringing that up, and yes, we will definitely look into how we can help support you. So hi, Melissa over on Facebook. Hi, love it. So let's look and see over on Instagram the other question. So yeah, so Emily chimed in and she said that she did unfortunately get mastitis because she was unknowingly using flange sizes that were too small. And that's a great point to bring up, that sometimes having that incorrect flange size can not only cause clogged ducts, it can cause mastitis, but it can also attribute to not having an efficient output while pumping, which contributes to all these other conditions. So, you know, keeping that in mind as well. And I'm also very hesitant sometimes to go smaller. So when moms say, I need a flange size that is 17, 18, 19, etc., I'm not opposed to that. And I'm not saying that that's not needed sometimes. But sometimes I would much rather see a little bit larger than having too small, because too small can really lead to some issues, just like too big can really lead to some issues. So of course, just like anything in life, you know, that happy medium is that perfect place, right? So we'll really look into how we can support you mommies even more with looking at flange sizes and other information. So yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So so we have another mommy on Instagram that said that she's had 2 LCs, different LCs, tell me different sizes, which can happen. Yes, absolutely. And again, I would look at, you know, the time frame, maybe if it was particular times during the pumping and nursing journey. But, you know, just like any profession, like doctors, nurses, et cetera, you know, there's different schools of thought or opinions. You know, everybody should be pretty consistent with information, but sometimes that may not be the case. And it's not necessarily specific to one field. But she was saying that, you know, maybe I could have you guys check because I just know that my sizing isn't right. And that's a really, really great point. I love it, Ashley, that you're bringing that up, because it's so true. Even on when moms private message, you know, us, and I'm responding to on that Spectra certified IBCLC Facebook page, I always ask, you know, how does it feel? How does it feel before you pump? During pumping, after pumping? Do you have any pain? Does it not feel right? Because if we're looking at this tool and the tool is saying that you need X size, but it doesn't feel right and something's off, like you're having pain, discomfort, swelling, a red ring around your nipple or areola, there could be variables in play. And that's why I always say, you know, private message us. Let's talk, you know, more offline than this live chat sometimes, to look at all these variables. But sometimes it can be the flange size, and sometimes it can be that the vacuum is too high. Sometimes we look at maybe you need to be in massage mode more than the expression mode. Sometimes it's looking at doing some breast compressions or breast massage. So there's so many different variables here that we have to look at. But absolutely, Ashley, please, 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 you can direct message us on Instagram. You can private message us on Facebook through, it's our Spectra certified IBCLC page. So you can private message us on there. And then also on SpectraBabyUSA.com, we do have that tool that you can look at. So absolutely. Please, 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 please. So let's look and see what other questions we have. So Melissa on Instagram is saying, so first baby will be here in September. Congratulations. So my pump will arrive soon. Yay. Welcome to the Spectra family. She's saying, what do I need to do if I need a different flange size than the ones that come with the pump? So Melissa, if you're getting the S2 or the S1, the 24 and the 28 will come with that pump. And so a lot of moms fit in that category. However, there are some moms that do not fit in that category. And in that case, we have the silicone insert that is fairly inexpensive, and you can just purchase that and use that with the 24 to make it a 22.5, or you could use it with the 28. That would make it a 26.5. And that would be a really easy fix to help you, Melissa, with the sizes that would be in between there. So anything outside of that, you might want to check with your insurance first to see if they will cover additional accessories. A lot of insurance companies do. You can also contact us on Spectra Baby USA and look at the different accessories that we offer, because we offer a 20 millimeter and we also offer a 32 that would be outside of that. So you have different options, and we're here to help you. So just let us know how we can help. And congratulations on the new little one. Congratulations. So let's look over here and see if we have any more. Questions. I don't see any more. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. But yes, absolutely, Melissa. Sometimes insurance companies do cover additional accessories. I know just offhand, for example, TRICARE does cover a lot of accessories in addition to the breast pump itself. So again, that goes back to what we were talking about in the very, very beginning, that check with your insurance company about what benefits that they offer, and seeing about replacement parts, additional accessories such as variable flange sizes and that sort of thing is really important to know. And we're here to support you so that you can help get what you need. And so if you go to spectrababyusa.com, you can check out all the accessories that we offer and that we carry. And you can also look up the insurance tool that we talked about. Again, it's on that top menu bar that you can just click and find a DME that's contracted with Spectra and your insurance. So you can look it up by state and your insurance plan. And then again, we also have all of the social media resources for you as well. So you can always direct message us on Instagram. You can private message us on Facebook. You can check out our different mom groups that we have. We have exclusive pumpers, and then we have pumping moms, and we have amazing IBCLCs that are certified through Spectra Baby, so that they can help you troubleshoot your breast pumps, find a flange size that works for you, figure out what accessories you might need. So we have a lot of different ways to help support our families and help support our moms. So we're here to help you with that. So if there's anything else that we can help you guys with, please let us know. Don't feel shy. We're here to help. And we really appreciate you guys being here with us today. And this video will be available to share and or view again if you want to afterwards. So on Instagram, it will be available live in the story. And then on Facebook, we'll have it on our main feed there on our Facebook page. So we have a question on Instagram that says, where do I find these groups? If you go to our Spectra Baby USA Facebook page, they are linked to that. If you want to direct message us on Instagram, we can send you the links there as well. So there's different ways that you can find those groups, but just let us know if you want to. Since you're on Instagram there with that question, just direct message us and we can send you the link. Otherwise, what you can also do is you can go to our Spectra Baby USA Facebook page, and all of the groups are hyperlinked in there for you as well. So again, thank you for joining us, and we love to hear you're so welcome. We love to hear all your questions, and if there's anything that we can do to support you in a better way, in a different way, please let us know, because we're here to listen. So you are so welcome, and we love all the hearts and the waves and the thumbs up. So it's always great to have this interaction with our families, with our moms. So thank you for giving me the honor of being with us today. So we hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at noon. So have a great, great day. Thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye.